What's up, fam? Welcome to Let's Let Us Speak Truth. We got the panel on here. Ro accidentally disconnected himself.
Wow. After all that, really?
Right. Hold on. Let me try to get him again. Hold on.
Well, welcome to L.U.S.T, everybody, a podcast where we talk about all things in the Black community. We talk about love. We talk about communication. We talk about deadbeat folks that ain't really crap.
Thank
So
you.
welcome to L.U.S.T.
Tell them again, Steve.
Thank you. Say it again, Steve.
We talk about all these.
Intro.
We talk about politics. We talk about how not to be broke. That's changing.
Politics to pantyhose.
Politics.
Yes. Y'all, today we're going to talk about dating. Okay. So I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to tell me what y'all think. Okay.
Okay.
You went on a date with someone on a Monday and thought it went well. How would you feel if the next day, while picking up takeout, you noticed them on a date with someone else, but they never told you they were dating other people?
Was this previously established, or what's the deal?
No, they just started talking.
Oh,
So
well,
it was just a date, a one-time date.
Huh?
You went on a Monday, right?
Uh-huh.
Y'all the first time ever meeting.
Let's say you were talking, and then let's say you were talking for a while, but you finally met that Monday.
Okay.
And then the next day you go out to get takeout and see that person with someone else. Rory's connection is messed up.
Honestly, I'll be a little hurt because I'll be into my feelings. Yeah, a little bit.
Tanya, did the date go well?
Yes, the date went very well.
And then we've been talking up until that point. So our conversation was on point.
Yeah, everything was great. Conversation. And then you finally met on a Monday and everything went well. And then the next day you went to go get takeout and you saw that person with another person.
All right, y'all want to answer? I got the answer for y'all. Take y'all feelings and emotions out of it. Y'all just had one date. He might have had plans. Whoever the person is could have had plans already set up and everything in motion before he found out that this might be something good that he put up on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just canceling, it's like, I'm going to go through with it. I'm just going to do what I do, you know what I'm saying, and see what happens. Because you're still single. You're still out there looking. You know what I'm saying? You have to put like this. You can be interested, but you shouldn't be emotionally involved after a first meeting on the first date.
My personal dating is dating.
Let me interject something. Now, let me tell the viewers the truth, okay? Your feelings are always going to be involved, especially if you have a good conversation. I'm going to say for myself, I will be thinking like, damn, is there something about me he don't like?
Right.
After that first date. So,
So are you going to take the time to ask the gentleman, or are you just going to assume?
No,
I'm going to assume,
Steve, until wait a minute, hold up, bro, with your naughty hat. I'm going to assume until I have the opportunity to ask him. But I'm not going to break up his date, or just go throw myself into their date. I'm not going to break up his date,
Nah, don't break up his date, but you know what I'm saying? Just let that thing ride. Let it ride. Go ahead, Trev.
No. It depends for a man. I got ego problems. So that would bother me off the ego. Because in my mind, if it was good, she should have killed that date after we left. I ain't gonna be able to make it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. So right. I don't know. I feel away.
Yeah, I would too.
I ain't gonna lie.
I would look at it. Dating, to me, you're dating to find whatever, you know what I mean? Like, to me, when you date somebody, you're not committed to that person. You're just dating. So it depends on how long you've been talking prior to that date, is how I look at it. So if you've been talking to that person for about, let's say, 2 months before you got to meet, that's a problem.
That could be a little different, but that could be a little different, but I don't know. Is that this situation though? Y'all been talking for 2 months and then y'all finally get to meet, or is this one of those y'all talked and y'all going on your first day, y'all just meeting for the first time and really having that connection or whatever.
Let's say y'all was videoing, y'all was talking for like 2 months, like just on the phone and video, and you guys connected. And then that Monday, you finally meet. And the next day, you go out to get takeout and you see that person with someone else.
But you understand what you just said, right? That's the clarity in what you just said, right? Y'all connected is the words that you used.
I was waiting for someone to pick up on that. Yes.
That means y'all didn't connect. You connect. The other person is free to move how they choose to move. You got to allow people the opportunity to make the choices and the decisions that they want to make. You understand what I'm saying? So if you see that person who you thought was cool on Friday, you see them on Sunday eating coffee and crumpets, you say hello or not and keep it thugging. Because I'm going to tell you like this, a closed mouth don't get fed, but a closed mouth eat a lot. The less you say, the more you get. You just see them, nod your head and keep it thugging. I promise you they going to call you that night. The moment that y'all lock eyes and you see them on a date drinking coffee and cakes and shit, immediately after you walk out that door, they're going to be thinking, I got to text him real quick and just say, yo, I just met this nigga. It ain't nothing.
Bro.
Don't trip.
Right.
Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Question.
Yeah.
What if he's a bottom of the barrel nigga when you see him, though?
There's no such thing as that. Everybody
You know what I mean. You don't do that, bro. You know what I mean.
But what I'm saying is I would never look at him as a bottom of the barrel guy because she chose him. So that means that I picked the bottom of the barrel woman.
No.
The dude, not just walk with me for a minute, bro.
Okay.
Just walk with me for a minute.
True.
Check me out though. It ain't who he is. It's who she allowed to be in her bubble.
She picked bad. She got a bad picker.
No, that mean I pick bad.
How you pick bad? She got this bottom of the barrel.
I always start with taking personal responsibility, my nigga. I fucked up. You ain't do nothing wrong. It was my bad. I thought you was somebody you wasn't.
So let me ask you a
Pardon me. But what they say, pardon self. I didn't mean to bump you, cuz. And you good.
Bro, some people, you give them a blanket or you give them a sweater. They want a cashmere sweater. Some people just want a cotton sweater. I want a cashmere sweater, so I get what I'm saying.
I don't give them blankets. I started everybody out with a sheet, bro. If you got to cut the fan on the opening window, that's on you. I started everybody out with a sheet, my man. Ain't no comforters on this side. You get a sheet, you be real comfortable. You want me to close the window, cut the fan off. We got levels. What they say, levels to this shit. So if I see you out with a burnt out ass dude, I'm not gonna blame him for shooting his shot and bagging you. I'm gonna blame me for thinking that you was somebody you wasn't. That's a character flaw on my side. I take all personal responsibility first, and then I break the Legos down. Okay. That's how I move. And then even still, I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna give you a little benefit too. So I'm gonna take off 84 points, but I'm gonna give you back 6 because you gave the nigga a chance. Period. You do what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a shot because you gave him a chance. Okay. Now, next time you come through, yo, I know the other day you see me I didn't see you at Starbucks. Yeah, you saw me. I didn't see you at Starbucks. Yeah, you saw me. I didn't see you at Starbucks. What's good? Right. Are you cooking or you not? What's popping? The game's coming on in 14 minutes. I don't have nothing to talk about Starbucks. I made coffee right here. I got a Keurig.
Okay,
that
y'all.
Was Starbucks. This is a Keurig.
Listen, next question. How many dates determine the direction of your relationship?
1.
Okay.
Who said 1?
Bro.
I was gonna say 3.
3. Okay.
I mean, it just depends, man. It like you said, you talked about the connection earlier. Then it talks about, you know what I'm saying, how that date, when the day go bad, yeah, direction's gone. But you know, if you had that connection, you know, it just depends on when. It depends on when the actual connection happens, and then sometimes it happens when the connection happens.
And I'm not going to put a time limit on that for me, because I don't determine that we're in a relationship from 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 dates. It all depends on, we have a conversation first, you know, about how we feel about each other. You know what I mean? And then it's agreed upon if we want to have a relationship or not.
Hey, Tanya, so let me ask you this question. Are you fully emotionally invested when you done fell asleep on the phone with your bruh, with the dude? You know it's real then. You like, damn, I done fell asleep on the phone.
Well, you know what, Steve? Since I'm this age, I'm 25 years old. I no longer fall on the phone. I no
Yeah, you
longer
fall asleep on the phone. Don't play
on the
you.
phone.
Like that's how you know when it's real. When you like, I can't get out the phone.
Okay.
No,
We
Okay.
video it like I see you going to sleep.
no,
Like,
baby,
hold on,
we
like,
go to
hold on,
sleep
like,
early. As we
I
get
see you
older,
going to sleep.
My light hitting like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you bright. You got I
as
got
we get older,
got you.
Steve, we go to bed earlier.
There you go.
No
earlier.
matter whether you fall asleep at 11:30 or 8:30, if you fell asleep on me, like you're getting sleepy. Like, you
Okay,
tired.
hold on. Trav, go ahead, answer the question.
I'm like, bro, I ain't got time to play with you. So it's gonna be one shot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask direct questions in that one shot.
That's my next question. What questions do you ask when you want to get to know somebody?
Ooh,
All the questions that you want to know about the person. Like you could ask
But like
anything.
what? Talk to the audience. Like
Where
what?
the hell you been? Where the hell you been the last 35 years? Where the hell
Hey.
have you been the last 35 years? What you been doing?
Hey, I got something on this one. I think a lot of times what we do is we talk about we talk about a lot about extracurricular stuff. We don't talk about what we really want. You tell somebody like, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking at, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing. And and vice versa, and go back and forth and have these conversations that tell about the person you are now, not who you was. Maybe say you maybe give just a tad bit of where you're trying to go because you got to have a little bit of vision. But if you telling you real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like, I work out every day, and me working out, going to the gym gonna be an issue. Or like, I hang out with the fellas on Friday, you know what I'm saying? That's something that I do. I've been doing that for years, that's gonna be a problem. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
but what questions would you ask a woman when you're getting to know them? What questions?
or even a man. But let me say something, because Steve just told a blatant lie. First and foremost, what you gonna do? You want to know if that person is involved with anyone. Do they have a
Else.
wife? Do they have a
Yep.
husband? Do they have kids? Do they have a job? Then you get to the other logistical things. But you don't start off the conversation saying, "Oh, what? Do you have a degree?" You don't do that shit.
Go ahead, Trav.
So
Hold on. I got. So let me ask you this question.
Steve, hold on.
Has any of that other stuff worked? I'm just saying. You just talked about that way. Has that worked?
Okay,
Did
Steve.
anybody
Yes,
say
it
that
does
stuff
work
worked?
because you're not going to start something with somebody that's already involved with somebody else.
Okay, go ahead, Trav. Let Trav talk.
Bro, just change hats. I ain't crazy.
No, he's
Yeah,
got.
he went from red to green.
Okay,
Speaking
Okay.
of hats and gear and stuff, Ro
Okay.
has a whole merch line, so y'all check him out.
Okay.
I'll talk about that at the end of the show. But go ahead, Trav. What were you gonna say?
But here's the difference between men and women, and what Tanya said, Steve, I gotta agree with her on that. But we more so care about your past as men, and for me, I want to know where you've been. I said it again, but you guys want to know where we're going. A woman wants to know which direction you're going in. So for me,
Makes sense.
I'm going north, but I want to know before I take you north with me, what type of lady you are. So that's my biggest.
So you want to know how many miles is on the car before you buy it?
Yeah, well, yeah. But I'm saying if a lady that's probably been, I need to know the qualities. And then I need to know if you've been a wife, then somebody else thought highly enough of you to marry you. So there's got to be something there.
Yeah.
I look at it from different angles, but I'm going that way. I need to know.
But who gives a fuck about where they're going in life if they're going with somebody else, if they're married? So you
We're assuming they're single, Tanya. We're single. These people are single.
No, you don't assume anything. You got to ask that question.
Right. Okay. So listen, y'all.
Say,
I got this clip. And this is Steve Harvey. I got this clip from Nita.
Nah, man. Don't play no Steve Harvey clips.
It's real quick, but this is
what pump faking though.
No, but listen. Truth be told, women need to know this because most women do ask men certain questions. Check it out.
Asking a man what's his favorite color, what he like to eat, where he want to travel to. You're learning nothing about this man. Asking, what do you value most in a relationship? What quality is most attractive to you in a partner? What's your relationship like with your parents? What are your long-term goals? You got to know if he got a plan for a future.
So that's exactly what Trav was saying. We want to know where you're going.
You're going. Yep.
So I definitely agree with that.
But let me ask a question, Nikki. Is that after you?
After you know that they're not with somebody.
Oh, after. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you here comes Tootie, y'all. Yeah, you have to know that they're not with nobody first before you even
Right, but I'm saying, right?
Mhm.
On how many dates it take for you to have them conversations? Where you going in life?
It depends.
That's what I was saying. I think the first date is really just conversation. Hey, Tootie.
Hey,
It's just
y'all.
conversation. The second date is still trying to get to know, but the third date, I think, is when you start to dig deep into, what's your plan? What's your 3-5-7? What is, and then you start to really get a really good vibe with that person. And then that's when you feel if you're connecting with that person.
But you know what that sounds like, though? You know what that sounds like, though? I agree with what you said. The first date, second date, third date, you should probably change. You should alter the way you communicate, right? Because now you know a little bit more. Every date, you know a little bit more. So your questions gotta change too, right? But it sounds like an interview, Jay. Just rock with people's energy, man. Deal with people off of their energy. Rock with them. Just believe what they tell you. Don't break nobody down. I'm not asking nobody what's your 3-5-7. What is your 30-year plan? What is your 5-year plan?
I mean,
where do you see yourself in 7 years with your baby mother? I don't care about none of that. It doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
The person that they present themselves, but I understand that, but it's all, remember what I always tell you, Lily, what's the first thing I tell you every time we talk about any man in your life? Control the narrative. You dictate how them conversations go. You determine how the dates go. You go out, you have a good time, you enjoy yourself, you smile, you flex your muscle just a little bit, let them do it, get them some, you get some, everybody eats and we go home happy. Stop wondering what's what. Nobody's gonna tell the truth. That's a fact. Nobody's going to tell the unaltered, what's the word? Come on, help me out, somebody.
Right. Unadulterated truth.
Nobody's gonna tell that. It's a fact. We can all lie to each other. We can lie.
Hold on. Go ahead, Trav.
But Ro, how can you give that type of advice? Well, when you ain't at our age, you ain't got no time to waste doing that.
We have time. We got time, bro. We got time.
I'm 44 years old. I can't take you for face value.
But it doesn't matter how old you are. When you buy a TV, you put a warranty on it, don't you?
Wait a
second.
So
you bought it at face value. No, hold on. You bought the TV at face value, right? You bought the TV at face value, and they told you if it's broke, we'll help you fix it. I'm just saying I'm lying.
What I'm saying.
What does the age matter? What is it? We don't have no date. None of us have an end date. So you could be 44 and have 50 more years, bro.
True.
So there is no such thing as age and face value. It's taking people for who they are, G. Take people for who they are.
But I'm saying, where I am right now, I still got some youth left. I'm not gonna give that to a lady, and she ain't got the same desires and what I want as I go forward. So I'm not saying it's got to be an interview. I agree with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna sit there and have frivolous conversation with you when I could be at the crib watching LeBron. I'd rather watch LeBron than waste my time with you. Now
that's the difference between me and you. I'm gonna make her like LeBron.
Well, I think you're coming from a
Problem
point of
solved, bro. I'm gonna make her like dunks.
Hold on.
Dunks.
Hold on.
Look at this dunk.
Hold on, bro.
I think that you're coming from the point of actively dating different people. If you're wanting to date one person and you're wanting to be exclusive with one person, those serious, hard conversations need to have.
No, they don't. They don't need to happen. They need to happen naturally. Y'all are trying to force shit. You're trying to force a spoon into a fork hole. It doesn't work, G. I keep telling you the same thing over and over, Lily. This is me and you talking. I don't care about everybody else on the podcast. I'm talking directly to you. Me and you had these conversations. I say, Lily, stop trying to put a spoon in a fork hole. Stop trying to put a fork in a spoon hole. Eat the food that's able to be eaten with that utensil, shitmate. Okay? I need you to enjoy your life and live and smile and be happy. When somebody comes along, that swoops you off your feet and you feel amazing. You like, wow, I didn't know whether it was a fork or a knife. It was a goddamn spoon. It doesn't matter.
Well, Roy, well, didn't Jeffrey Dahmer do the same thing?
Ah, man, yeah, he did.
No, hell no.
But what
You
they,
ask
hey,
questions.
all right, so Jeffrey Dahmer killed a bunch of dudes, right?
I can't
Right?
get off of that, though, but-
Walk with me for a second, because you started it. He killed a bunch of dudes, right?
We got 30 seconds left of this question.
Okay, but he killed a bunch of dudes, right?
Mhm.
How'd he get him to his house? He was cool. Get him to the crib, and then you can eat him. Hey, man.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, what did you say? He got him to the crib. He did the hard part. The hard part was getting these niggas in the crib. The eating them was the easy part. The hard part is getting them there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all overlooking it. Y'all looking at it like the eating.
no.
You're missing out on the transit from the
Better be
bar
safe than
to the
sorry.
crib.
Okay,
You
y'all.
walking down the dark alley, guys.
My next question. When is it too soon to have sex while dating?
I want to jump right on in. No.
I mean,
When is
hey,
it too soon?
See, this is the thing, man. Nowadays, there's so many different ways that people connect, whether it be in person or the phone, man. It's so many ways that different things go down, man. It's impossible to say that I'm going to wait 5 days before. Okay,
Or
wait
that
5 days.
90
It's gonna be 5 days. 5 days too gone.
Or that 90
Somebody gonna be
day
gone.
rule?
90-day.
90-day rule.
So what are you saying, Steve? You're saying what?
I'm saying that shoot, when it, like Roy said, when the energy right, let it happen when it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that you got to go out on the first day looking for some, but man,
Right.
if it go down, it go down. I mean, we're gonna stop the moment like, oh no, we can't do this. Oh my God, we can't. You might say, all right, come on, shit, you straight, we good. Go handle business.
At the age 40 and up, you're grown.
So let me ask a question. If a girl gives it up on the first night, is she considered a hoe?
Yes.
It depends on the fella.
Go ahead.
I mean, if you sitting there running your mouth and you talking to her, talking about her like that, yeah, it can be that. But you know, if you keep it,
The truth is the girl. The truth is the girl's a hoe, and the second truth is the guy's a hoe too.
But why do they gotta be a hoe?
That man
We're
can't
some hoe professionals. We're hoe professionals.
that man can't be a hoe.
We're both hoes, and we link with each other, and we found somebody that's hoe-like.
He's not a hoe.
Stop looking at it wrong, fellas.
She's
He's
not
a hoe. He's a hoe maker. He's a hoe maker.
not a hoe either.
He's a hoe maker.
She's a house.
This
Yeah.
is a hoasis. It's a hoasis.
He's a hoe maker. He's not a whore.
She's a house.
I think he's definitely a hoe too, because men can get fucked. Be clear, my nigga. You can get fucked.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You can get fucked, partner. A girl can look at you. A girl can look at you. She can seek you out. She can wink at you. Wait for you to get her number. Let you think you're coming over to fuck her, and she can fuck you. And then when you're done, she can tell you what you about to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Roy is on fire tonight, y'all.
Man,
Bring it, dog. He on his third hat, dog. Let's come on.
yes.
One thing he said was
All I'm doing is I'm speaking facts. Niggas can get fucked too. I done got fucked a bunch of times.
Okay.
I thought I did a threesome at some point in my life, and I got a train ran on me. I didn't know no better.
Oh my goodness, bro. Go ahead, Trav. What
said, the first night. But I mean, if it go down like that, like if it go down, like if it ain't scripted, you know what happened.
right.
But
It's
like I
it's
said,
based
like-
on energy, right? Like if you guys are vibing and the energy is just there.
Well, if y'all got like an animal magnetism to each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you ripping clothes off, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you pushing stuff over there and all. I mean, who knows?
People
just,
do that. What about people do that, or is that just in the movies?
No. Well, you might grab her panties and rip the side to get in them. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
I'd be like, you owe me 3 for 22 at Victoria's Secrets if you no, I'm just saying.
Right, you rip my panties.
They got them shits at Hobby Lobby.
Hmm.
3 for $6, but
Oh my God.
Don't worry. If I can rip the payment's on the way. The payment is on the way.
Okay, y'all. Next question. when someone texts more than talks, would you continue texting them or would you say pick up the motherfucking phone?
Pick up the MF phone.
Tootie.
So it was this guy that I think we had a mutual interest in each other. And so I said, I prefer to talk on the phone because texting is stressful for me because my eyes get tired from reading. I have a vision impairment. I think I spoke up. I was transparent saying what my issue was. Well, he responds, I don't like to talk.
Oh, he's insensitive. That was rude.
Bye,
It
bro.
didn't matter. I was just like,
Why?
I'm glad to know, so I won't waste another minute or a word on you. Good day, sir.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, because he was inconsiderate. She was vulnerable, and she was vulnerable with her situation. She told him she was open, she was honest, and he wasn't even considerate to. He wasn't considerate enough to respect that and say, "Okay, I understand," and pick up the phone and have a conversation.
You know what he
That's
did? You want me to
inconsiderate.
tell you what he did? He
What'd he do?
saved her. He saved her.
No, she saved him. She let him
Listen,
go.
listen. No, listen, sweetheart.
He saved her.
He saved her from the bullshit. He told her what it was. She was able to make a conscious adult decision. If you tell me I want to talk on the phone all the time, and I say I can't, and you say, well, that doesn't work for me. I say, okay, I won't call you no more. He told the truth. People ask for the truth and don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what she did.
His
response
to
that's
that
what she did. That's what he did. He told the truth.
But she also said she wasn't going to waste her time and she wasn't going to waste his time. So it worked out for the both of them.
Right, but he could have lied in that moment, right? He could have lied in that moment and said, "You're right, my bad," and then pump fake like he wanted to talk on the phone.
1 second, y'all. Go ahead, Steve.
Man, the basic thing is, and this is something I've learned through countless books and other stuff, but everybody's got a way that they want to be communicated with. Like me, I'm more of a face-to-face type person. Some people want to talk on the phone. Some people want to text. Some people want to email. It just depends on the person and how they choose to communicate. And if the two don't vibe, then it don't work in any sense. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, it saved both of y'all a minute because even though there was an interest there, if y'all can't get past that little bitty thing, guess what? It probably wasn't going to do what it
wasn't going to work.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got to respect somebody in the way they want to communicate. And if you're able to get past enough to communicate the way they want to, you know what I'm saying? It may reciprocate, it may not, but eventually y'all going to have to get on that same page.
But Steve, that's a simple sacrifice. If you know the lady told you, I have a vision impairment, and you decide to say, if you're that interested, I'll be like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna say I don't like to talk.
Hey, but that's just him. That's the way he felt though. You can't knock him for that. I mean,
I can't knock him.
We don't agree with it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm gonna say, like, oh, he should have made that move. I mean, shoot, maybe he had his reason.
And that's why Ro was saying that he
saved
her. He kept it.
Thank you, Ro.
He kept it a buck.
Yeah.
He could have pump faked her.
And see, this was the whole thing with like, even with that whole situation, we went out to lunch one time. And then
was this after or before he told you he ain't like talking to you?
Before.
Okay.
But it had been like a year.
Say it like that.
No, it was like a year before. And I told him, I was like, I don't like texting all the time.
Okay.
And so
y'all talk.
I ain't think about you, Ro. I'm gonna finish my statement.
Go ahead.
So his statement to me, his response was, well, I talk at work all day. I don't like talking on the phone. Well, I don't want to sit here and read a 10-page damn text message either.
Right. Yeah.
Do y'all stay do y'all live in the same city?
Huh?
Y'all stay in the same city?
Yeah, but see, his issue, I figured it out because I had to sit down and evaluate, because when we went out to lunch, he got upset because I wouldn't let him bring me home.
Huh?
No, he was always trying to find out where I live.
Why you didn't want him to know where you live?
Not yet, no.
How long had it been since you talked to this man?
What, initially? Like, we went out to lunch like over a year ago, and it's been like a couple of months.
Wait. I would have got rid of your ass too in a year. I don't know where you live at.
No, we didn't talk on a regular basis.
I don't give a good goddamn. If I know you don't know where you live, then goddamn, you get on home the best way you can.
It's the Metro Flex.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uber, I don't give a good goddamn. That's crazy. Or you?
I saw him being a man who did not know how to effectively communicate, but he had an issue with. Now, I won't even say it was criticism. I tried to coach him. So he was saying he wanted to cook, and he makes really like pretty food, right? So what I said was buy white dishes because clear dishes pick up the background. That was just a tip. If you're gonna take pictures and you're gonna show it off, if it's on a white plate, everybody can see exactly what it is. If it's on a clear plate, it picks up whatever's in the background.
Toot, I got one question before we change gears. Did you and this man ever get tangled up with each other?
Not at all.
Well, hell, the shit don't count then. Throw it in there.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. I'm gonna let it
I
be what
think
it
she
is.
was lying. I think she was lying. That was
No,
three
I ain't even
handshakes.
And the English, she was like, he could probably get them. He could probably get
I mean,
them.
he had get some potential.
Not
I'll
at
tell you that.
all.
I ain't give him
Oh,
Okay,
I
y'all,
promise.
listen, next question. What if you're talking to someone and all their answers to your questions are so on point and you find it too good to be true? Then you meet and it's still good. Then they stop calling as much, but not because they're not interested, but life happened and they call you a week later. Do you look for understanding or do you dismiss them altogether within a week?
I'm a patient individual, so I kind of look for understanding. I try to understand like what's going on. I'm not just going to write you off because I haven't talked to you for a week. Everybody has life situations. Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, but I would tell them, I would have appreciated, an update, a text message at least to let me know that you're okay or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm. Trav?
that is a woman question because we don't think like that.
There you go.
We don't.
Okay,
men don't think
Trav.
like that.
There are three women on here. You didn't have to answer.
I respect it, but we don't think like that. So either, and it's a week and we've been vibing. What the hell you doing? Where you crawling in? What bed you crawling into? Where you been? Who's stopping by? Stop all this bullshit. Like something's up. Like stop. You ain't that goddamn busy. You ain't underground or no shit like that. So stop. That ain't gonna work.
She
Mhm.
just said life happens though. It could have been
I know.
anything.
You know what? Watch this. I'm good.
I was getting ready to say that same thing. We live in the technology world today. It's easy to send a text. I got some things going on.
It depends on what the
Start for a
situation
minute.
is. I'm like Nita, I'm very understanding. So it depends on, it depends on what the situation is.
And I like that, Tanya. So that means if I stay gone, I was dealing with you and I stayed gone for 3 weeks. When I come back, I want you to treat me like I just got back from the war.
Now, hold up.
Wait a second.
Hold on. Are we
War.
no, hold up, because I need to understand. Are we in a relationship or we just talking?
Well,
Got
we're in a
a
relationship,
situationship.
but I've been gone 3 weeks. I just want you to act like I've been off
Oh,
in
really?
Afghanistan.
No. No, 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
No, wait a minute, hold up. I want to make sure I clarify this. If you in a relationship with myself, then no, there's no understanding.
Right.
3 weeks, I can't. What in 3 weeks? You just say what happened. That's all I want you to say.
Did you hear what the hell I said? I said if we were in a relationship and you stay gone 3 weeks or there's no communication in the 3 weeks, then we got an issue, you and I.
We
want
don't
you
have
to
an
go get me
issue.
something
It's
to eat,
over.
girl. I'm hungry. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell you, go get me something to eat, girl. I'm hungry. Come on back
I'm
with
gonna
something
get
to
you something to
drink.
eat, all right. I'm gonna put it right on the table.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Goodness gracious.
Just
I think
saying.
we're just gonna leave that one there.
Nah, I
Speak
didn't want
your
to see
truth.
that from there, yo.
What you say, Ron?
Listen. If you're dealing with somebody, right, and they're talking to you every day, and everything is beautiful, and then they fall off the map for a week, that's okay. Because you're talking to the same people you were talking to before you met that person during that week anyway. When they call you and act like they wasn't gone for a week, you act like you didn't even notice they was gone for a week. Exactly. I promise you're going to get more than what you would have got a week ago. Because she's going to feel bad. Hello? She's expecting you to say. Sometimes in life, you can sandpaper or you can gloss. Listen to me when I talk to you, fellas. Listen, A woman call you and say, hello. Hey, she's expecting you to say, bitch, where you been at? I ain't heard from you. Don't say none of that. Hello? What's up? Ain't nothing was popping. Damn, I was just making sure everything was good. Yeah. You know me shaking and moving, doing what I do. Damn, you ain't called me in a week. No, I was letting you live. You all right? Everything good? Where you at? I'm at Wawa. Come pick me up. Nah, I ain't going to Wawa. I seen your Uber. Canuber. You know what I'm saying? Give them what they asked for, bro. I don't fight nothing no more. You're not going to disappear from me for a week because I wasn't looking for you. It's impossible. You understand what I'm saying?
Roy,
It's
and I like what you
impossible,
said.
cuz. It's
I
impossible.
like what you said, but however,
Yeah.
reality, we are notorious for asking these.
But what I'm saying, but
We are wait. We are notorious for asking these type of questions. Now, should we do it your way? Should it be your way done? That's a good way. That's a good way to implement it. But do we act that way? No, we don't.
what the issue is this podcast is specifically about what people should do, not what we do. We're telling all the
Well,
mistakes that we've hold on, baby girl. We're telling all the mistakes that we've made. How many times have you reacted and then sat back 2 weeks later and wished you would have reacted different because you would have got a better response? That's what we're out here teaching. Tell people what they should do. I don't want to hear what I would have did. I did it. I done jumped out the window and chased the bitch to Shoney's before. I done ran in Waffle House, running down on somebody. I don't want them days no more. So it's impossible for you to disappear from me. Because if you disappeared, that means you didn't want to communicate, which means I wasn't looking for you. There's a whole lot of online, you know how you hook up your Wi-Fi in your house and you hit the shit that say troubleshoot and it go like, it'd be like 3 little bars and it'd be like, first one be like connection, check. And then it has the little dots that go to the next one and it'd be like landline, check. And then got the dots that go to the cable box and it'd be like signal, check. I'm not gonna make it that far. You're not gonna miss me. You're not gonna do that. It's just, how can you disappear from somebody who's not looking for you? Please explain it to me. It's impossible, Jay.
Okay, bro. We're gonna go to the next question. My next question, y'all. What is the best date you've ever planned?
Oh.
And this is personal experience. What's the best date you've ever planned?
Damn, it's been a long time since I've dated.
Okay. I didn't plan this date, but I still say this was the best date I ever went on. So this guy I went to high school with, I went home to Arkansas. And so he was like, let's go out to lunch. I was like, okay, cool. So we went to lunch at Benny Honda's. And then when we left there, we went to the park and we sat around and talked for a minute. Then we went and rode the trolley because I had never ridden the trolley through the city. And then when we left there, we went and visited my grandmother. But I was like, okay, I gotta go because I gotta go to a birthday party tonight. He was like, I just got one more thing I want to do. And I was like, okay, what? So we went to TCBY and got ice cream, and then we went and got pedicures. Best date ever.
Boom.
Best date ever.
That's legit shit.
That was a dope date. Like I had a great time with him.
Go ahead, Ro.
I'll tell mine.
Oh shit.
What's your best date ever that you planned?
I know who I'm listening to. I'm terrified.
No, what I did was I wanted to take the girl out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went and looked up all the open houses in the real rich neighborhood in the back of Virginia Beach. It's called Sandbridge. It's by the beach. They got real big ass $1 million houses.
They do.
So I went and I looked up all the open houses and I took her there. And every new house we went to, we created a new story about who we was. So it was like, I just got drafted to the NFL. You're my wife. And then you're going to tell them exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to act like I don't like the house because it doesn't got a pool. Next house, you're my wife's best friend. And I'm bringing you because we're going to surprise her. It was to the point where the real estate agents was like, can I please follow your journey? This is so beautiful. Like, I want to see it all the way to the end. It was the best shit I ever seen in my life. And it cost me no money. Swear to God.
Right.
And we was on the beach the whole time.
I would do some shit like that. That was fun.
That shit was dope as a bitch.
That would be fun.
Tootie, you was the real estate agent, I remember.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Trev, best date you've ever planned.
It wasn't planned. Best
date that you ever had.
I'm a sneakerhead, so I was going to get new release on some shoes.
Mhm.
And she was in line with our homegirls, and me and her started talking. And she ditched them for me.
Mhm.
And we like kicked it all afternoon. And then I took her back to her car
Mhm.
later on that afternoon. Like we just kicked it downtown, ate, just kicked it. And that shit was cool. It was
That's
Yeah.
real-
dope.
yeah.
Lanita, best date you've ever planned.
Don't just say what I said, Lanita, because it was you that was on a date with me. So make up some other shit.
He said make up some. He said make up some stuff.
Look,
Speak
Oh,
your truth.
Oh my gosh.
DJ
Um,
Grant Watts in the building.
look. By the way, y'all, we live on Facebook this whole podcast. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah. The best date I ever planned was I went on a beach walk.
Mhm.
So we walked to the beach,
Mhm.
and then I had facials, massages, and then in service, like room service,
Mhm.
and yep.
Okay. Steve, best date you've ever planned.
Best date I ever planned. All I had to say was with my wife one way now. We had been kicking it for a minute, and so I got us a little spot. It's called the Chase. Man, sure, I went all in. I was all in. I'm shrimp scampi. I'm cooking and everything else. And I told y'all before, I am not the guy that cooks. This tells you how deep I was in. I'm deep. I'm in my feelings. My nose is wide open. Hey, like I'm in that thing, doing what it do. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We end up having a great time.
Dope.
We and now for me, you know what I'm saying, that just led to where I'm at now. Like I said, I'm married now to her. So it's like that I had to legitimately think about, because it was just regular dates, and I had to think about something that really meant something to me. That's the one that meant something to me. I could have told you about the drive-in, I could have told you about walking in the park.
Your best date,
That was it. No, that was it. That was legit it. That was legit.
Tanya, what about you? What is the best date that you planned?
Let me see.
Back
Let
in
me go back.
05, at 5.
I rented a room at the Marriott for the weekend, and I had strawberries and flowers actually on the on the bed, and so we just kicked it that whole weekend.
Okay.
Did y'all eat the strawberries after you laid on them? Because you're disgusting if you did.
Did we eat them after or before?
Did you tell me? Did you eat them before you laid on them or after?
Baby, I laid all over them.
Was the strawberries smushed when you chewed? I'm thinking it was.
He was licking
I'm
strawberry.
thinking one of them was crushed. So I'm just trying to
So
figure out how
in other words,
nasty.
you're asking if I made strawberry daiquiri.
You made strawberry daiquiri with the. Did you pour it on? Ah, that's disgusting. That's
Stop
terrible.
it.
Sounds exciting.
Okay.
So Nick, hold on, Nick. What was your best? Hold on, what was your favorite
I'm
best
the
date?
host.
No, you come. Hey, you got one too. You
Answer
having
the
a opinion?
question.
So come on.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The best date that I think I've ever had was recently, and it was a surprise to me. I love being told what to do. Like, go get in the car, get dressed. We're going here. I love that. That is something that I'm like, okay, where we going? I love that. So we went to a restaurant on the beach, and we're walking up and down. So he's not telling me anything. We're just walking up and down the beach, and I'm thinking like, okay, what are we doing? Like, we're in San Diego. I see the beach 24/7. Like, he had already made reservations. He already had the little buzzer in his pocket. So when our thing was ready, so we're just walking, and I'm just sitting there like, okay. Well, the buzzer went off. He was like, this is where I'm taking you. We went to this restaurant, and it was right on the beach. And the way Greg is, if we're not on the waterfront to where our seats are facing the water, oh no, we'll wait. I'm not sitting over here. We need to be right over here. So he got what he wanted, and we got the beachfront, and it was just amazing. It was super, super nice. And that to me, because I got told, get dressed, get your ass in the truck, let's go. And it was a surprise.
Yeah.
For those of y'all that don't know, for G to step out there and do that, that's big because he's more of a laid back kind of dude. For him to say, "Hey, go get dressed. I got something for you. Come on." That's a big thing. DJ Greg Watts doing big things in the building.
Okay.
Hey, yo, all that's dope. I think all y'all should try the open house joints, P. I promise you.
Funny. I
that
like
shit is a game changer, yo. In the car, on the way to the house, you can create a whole story. You could be an NFL player. You could be a stripper who made it, and your boyfriend ain't got no money. You could do whatever you want to do, yo. I promise you. We created like 6 different stories the same day. Remember, Lily?
Look, me being a realtor, I'm gonna go ahead and plan this. San Diego. Okay.
I'll be in San Diego next week too, just for the word of love.
You'll be in San Diego?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You better holla at your girl. Okay. At what point can you ask someone not to see anybody else?
Shit.
I think that conversation, I mean, nowadays we ask.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is a scenario. So, girl, I've been on 5 dates with someone, been intimate, numerous conversations, and really like him or really like them. It's not a man or a woman. It's both. Can I ask them not to date others? Well, I'm going to say this is a female because men won't ask. Men will not ask. Men will just be like, you're mine or not. Women, you've been on 5 dates with someone, been intimate, numerous conversations, and really like him. When men answer this question, if after the 5th date and she comes to you and says, I want to be exclusive. I don't want you to see anybody else. I'm enjoying you. And like, how would you react to that after the 5th date? Again, would it base on energy? Would it base off of the 5 dates were good, but you got a wife at home? I mean, what the hell?
Damn. Oh, not.
Like, talk about it. Go ahead.
I'm trying to give everybody a chance to speak. I don't be one to OD, but to me, if I rock with you, we're not even gonna make it to 5 days before I tell you that you're my girlfriend.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going, and I don't want to make it sound brutish or cavemanish. I'm not gonna tell you that you're my woman. My actions are gonna display that I no longer want you to see somebody else. And then I'm going to make sure we clear by stating it.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's called the no hump dump. Hello.
What is it? No hump dump?
No hump dump. Yo, what's going on? Yo, I don't want you to fuck with nobody else no more. Me neither. I don't want to neither. You swear? You sure? Yeah, I swear. Yo, for real, don't play no fucking games with me. This is dead. This is it. My bad.
Go
ahead, Trev.
That was it. She was dead.
I'm gonna jump off what Rose said. I agree 100%. I'm saying I ain't gonna even ask you about no other anyway. I'm in the preliminaries. I'm gonna ask you, and then if that's the case, I'm gonna display that we together. So you go clean all that up. I ain't got to tell you that. You go clean all that up. That's your job to clean that up, and then it's our job to go forward from there. So I agree. I mean, I ain't gonna say that to you, but women will, when a woman, 5 days, nah, it's gonna be, you gonna have to ask, women gonna ask me, I'm gonna feel like I'm doing something wrong if you don't ask me that. But I'm gonna let you know, hey, when you ask me, no, what you think? I'm over here for nothing?
Right.
Let's do it.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna jump off both of my bros on this one. Like, I agree with both of them. And then, like they both said, like Rose said, you gonna know by my actions. And then, like Trash said, I'm basically shutting it down because I already know you're gonna already get it. And by that time, I'm trying to monopolize your time because I'm all in.
Gotcha.
Like, you got time? You got time for somebody else? Like, where this nigga come from?
Right. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you doing something on Friday? Where you go?
Okay.
I thought we it's automatic. Friday's automatic.
I like those answers,
take you on
guys.
the
I
date.
love those answers.
Oh, no.
Wrong one, Nikki.
I know. I got it. Good answers, guys. I like all those.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the proper way of telling someone you are not interested in them without being rude? Go
Ooh,
ahead. Go ahead, Trav.
let me jump on that one. This is probably the most difficult one for me because you know what I'm saying? What keeps me from being a cold-blooded gigolo is I don't have the ability just to cut somebody off and not give a how they feel.
Mhm.
So, like, if I had that ability, my boy, I could have ran it in the ground, but I don't have that ability. So
Right.
somebody else got to tell me. Some of the other fellas got to tell me how, and I stick my hand up because I'm anxious to hear how do you do that and look them square in the face and be like, I ain't interested. I ain't with it. How do you do that? Because I'd rather for you to break it off with me. I feel better.
Go ahead,
I
Steve.
feel the same way.
Man, I don't think there's any easy way to go through this. But a partner of mine, he was telling me because he got himself in a situation. He was like, you know what? He's like, I love you, but I ain't in love with you no more.
Mm-hmm.
He straight up told her that. She felt some type of way about it, but he was being honest with her. He's like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta tell folks the truth nowadays. I think that people deserve honesty if
It.
you're not feeling it.
But Nick,
Mhm.
that's a different and I see Ro nodding his head. That's a different gear of person that can look you in your eye and cut your heart out and not care where your body fall. That's a different man or woman. That's different. Everybody ain't got that. That's a different type of
Now, are you talking about like a breakup after a long time, or are you talking about if you're
when you start liking somebody and they cut your heart, you gonna feel it. I don't care if it's been
Okay.
3 months. If you like somebody and they cut your heart out, you gonna feel it. So
Yeah.
therefore, that's a different type of person that can do
so how have you done it? What have you
He
done?
hasn't done. He said he can't do it.
it.
I tell him
That's
after
why.
sex. I tell him immediately after sex.
Oh, that's even worse, bro.
You tell him after.
Wow.
What do you say?
I'd be like, you know that shit didn't mix like it was supposed to.
Oh,
Hey, Ro be like, he get up. Hey, you know that was just a mid,
Bro,
right?
no, you don't.
What you tell it? What you tell it? Hey,
Like,
bro.
He
so
like,
mad.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, you know that
But
didn't mix, right?
But I don't. But see, here's the thing, though. I don't blame them. I blame us. We both felt that. That wasn't right. We ain't even kissing the mouth.
Y'all motherfuckers is
So Ro,
look,
hold
y'all
on.
motherfuckers is weak. Listen, go ahead, Trav. Say what
Ro, I gotta ask Ro this. So you would equate that to be equivalent to some regular weed, some Reggie, and you
Yeah,
just
that
gave
was some
Reggie.
mid. It was some mid.
No, it was some,
Great.
it was some super loud. I just had the wrong blunts. I fucked the weed up. I rolled some Snoop Dogg in a Philly. My bad, y'all.
Hey,
You
you should
know
have
what I'm saying?
had that in the
And you
back.
leave.
You know you should have
Hey,
had
but
that in the back.
I tell people, so I'm gonna take all of that back and I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. I'm gonna tell the true answer. When do you? What was the question? Say it again.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Say the question. Well, run it back one more time.
Hey, how you let somebody
Okay.
if you in
What
a
is the
situation?
hold on, Steve? What is the proper way of telling someone you are not interested in them?
By reminding them that what they think is true. This is weird. Like, man, you just tell them the truth. Like, I see it on your face. You ain't got to try. Call your home girl, tell her, text you, and tell her you need a ride. Tell her it's a family emergency. You need somebody to come get you. This shit is awkward. This ain't working. Just tell them the truth, cuz ain't no sugarcoat no more, Jake.
Okay.
There's no more. There's no more need for it.
So what if you are with somebody for 3 months and you guys already smashed, everything is like cool, and all of a sudden, like after 3 months, you meet somebody else that you're interested in?
It ain't gonna
Ask
work.
her, does she do a threesome?
Oh, listen. You meet somebody else that you
What?
like. How do
It
you
ain't gonna
cut
work.
the original one off?
You
It ain't
don't.
gonna work.
You don't have to.
It's
don't
not
do
You don't
that.
have to.
You don't do that.
And nowadays, everybody they just ghosted. You just don't call somebody back.
You
answer
don't
the
have
phone,
to
you
do
let it
any of
go.
that. You put them in the car and play the New Girls rap that talks about threesomes and shit. It's like indirect innuendos. It's indirect innuendos. Yeah, fucking on bitches, fucking on bitches, fucking on bitches, fucking on bitches.
Ro makes
You hear
me
it
so
100
sick.
times.
Done with him today.
Hey, Tootie.
Can't
Tootie.
stand Ro.
Tootie. He
What?
just saying he gonna get some hired help to help you. That's all. He just gonna get help. Get you some help. That's all he said.
Think you need a sister wife.
But all I'm saying is I think so many of us, and I'm joking, I'm fucking with y'all, I'm playing, right? But I think for real, yo, this is the most cliche thing anybody probably could ever say, right? But it's so real. And I've lived this show since 2017 and a half. The truth will get you so far, cuz. Yo, listen, I've went leaps and mounds that I never thought I could achieve by just simply telling the truth. Just tell the truth, yo. Hey, yo, baby girl, you dope as shit. I fucks with you the long way. But this vibe right here is just awkward for me a little bit. Like it's something missing between us, so we gotta figure that piece out. But in the meantime, in between time, this is my homegirl, Mo. She cool as shit. We about to go have some drinks. Y'all two chop it up. I'm gonna go to the other side of the bar. Everything good, and we're gonna have a great night. Try to find a way to make what's not the best be the best. I don't know. Okay. Pat your tire instead of changing it.
Okay. Okay.
That's a lot
Panel,
to take in.
do y'all have questions about dating? Anybody?
Do we have questions about dating?
About the topic? Do you have any questions?
We too old for that shit.
You too old to date?
We too old for that shit.
You too old to date?
Yeah.
You ain't never too old to date.
I don't think I'm too old to date. I'm too old to play games with people who
That's
ain't sure what they want to do.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying, Tootie. That's
Hey,
what
can y'all answer something? What's the difference between there's certain word dating,
courting,
and date? What is the difference?
Well, dating is when you're actively dating and seeing people and going on dates.
Don't skip over the word, Lily. Say multiple people. You said
Not
people.
necessarily multiple people.
It is multiple.
But
More than one is people. More than one is multiple.
No. I'm trying to answer your question, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna do it.
But Lily was trying to finish. Lily was about to finish.
I'm sorry.
I was just
Go ahead.
my bad. I'm sorry. My bad, Nick. I'm trying to control the shit.
Because Ro trying to make everybody a hoe. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not at all. I'm trying to make people. I'm trying to make people aware of their hoe ways. You got it in you. You just got to let it.
God.
No,
Lord.
Tootie, you had it. It's just a date is going on a date with a particular person that
one time.
Dating
is the state of dating that same person over and over again.
But could dating be dating multiple people? Is what I'm saying.
But it could be, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the only thing it is. That's all we're saying.
Like
right,
you could,
so there's multiple
if you're
meanings
dating
to the same word.
Well, that's what we're saying, because you could date, you could go on multiple dates with one person, and then would have went on a date with like one person, and then you decide, okay, well, I actually like this guy.
But the act of dating is when you're in the act of dating either one person multiple times or multiple people, period. That's dating. It's plural. Am I tripping?
No, you're right. You're right.
So if me and Tanya date, it's just me and her.
Just
if
me and
I
you,
met Tanya and I say I'm currently in the act of dating and I really like you.
Yes, that's multiple.
Yeah, that's multiple.
Dating multiple people.
Even froze.
I don't know what happened.
That's all I just want everybody to get that down. That's the Prime Video's definition of dating.
But listen, there's some times where people say, if they're talking to somebody and they say, oh, me and him are dating. So that's where the conflict could be, because you can say I'm dating and you're dating multiple people. Or if you're like, let's say me and Greg were dating, me and him are just dating. So it could be both. It could be multiple.
Or you can just say I'm dating someone.
Or a plural word.
Because a lot of times too, you have to realize one person may be dating one person and then the other person could be dating multiple people.
Right. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
That's true.
just because you're dating that one person, don't mean they not. And that's what's good. That's the problem that we got in the United States of America as a whole right now. It ain't the president. It ain't Kanye. It ain't none of them. It's us. We all fucked up. Everybody trying to figure out what somebody else going on. Everybody trying to figure out somebody else shit. Everybody trying to Google answers, trying Wikipedia shit. Just fuck with somebody off of them for being them. Go to somebody, meet them in the store, rock with their energy. Say, I like you, motherfucker. You cool as shit. You know that? So just be honest with me. Don't lie to me, yo,
Be
please.
honest. Be
Please don't lie.
honest. That's the key.
to me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes.
Yeah, just break your heart down and be vulnerable. When you become vulnerable, you will learn that genuine people, they're only gonna respect you and they're gonna rock with you. Nobody in my life I've been vulnerable with advantage of me. Nobody, because they didn't do nothing that they were supposed to do. I didn't expect anything from them, so I never got disappointed. All you did was be you. Now I see it. I know how to move. It's all good, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
People like light-skinned people. It's all right.
Anybody else have any questions?
I think Roy said it all.
I kind of crushed the whole night. I'm with you.
No, I mean, anybody else have questions to this? Anybody?
I don't know if I got a question, but you know what? Regardless of where you at, continue to date. It doesn't matter if you in a relationship or not. Continue to date. Show that person that you still care. Go out there and do that stuff that if you've been in a relationship a long time, go back to that beginning and start it all over again. Do it again. Keep dating. Keep showing them that you care, man. That stuff matters too. It helps both parties. Because if you still got to go out there and try to communicate in an awkward situation when you're out to eat and y'all leave all that other stuff behind, you'll find that you'll be in a better spot in your relationship. That's a goal of mine for this next year.
That is
They
real.
used to say, you got to do the things, you got to continue to do the things that you did to get them to keep them.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know what? You got to continue to do stuff to try to continue to be together, because as you get older, you grow and you change and people change, and you got to continue to fall in love with that person that you with, because they change throughout their life. Now, if you're willing to do that and do that, all that other stuff and sacrificing, yeah, it's going to work. But if not, that's, divorce is a real thing.
Yeah. Agreed.
And let me say this too, anyone that's out there dating, the most important thing, because sometimes there's not a right or wrong answer to any of it. So we got to get our feet wet. You got to get your feet wet. But most importantly, know what you want before you go into a relationship and establish that, and then move forward.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Okay, go ahead, Trav.
No, go ahead.
No, go. It's on you.
No, my question ain't got nothing to do with the topic. I wanted to ask Tanya, could you please
Well, then hold on to that then, if it ain't got
hold
nothing to
your
do with the
glass
topic.
up? I want to see what you're drinking out of. Don't get smart.
Ooh.
You drinking out of vase? I thought you were drinking out of vase.
Flower. That's a flower.
That's the best for flowers.
That's
the first time I saw her,
you got
that
that.
thing had carnations in it, good.
You got that from the flower shop?
That thing had carnations in it, G.
Listen, that's
Hey, now, this is from the funeral home.
No, that's from. It's been some.
I hate you.
Hey, Steve.
The first time I saw her drinking, I thought it was a 40 at first.
Steve, that you put dandelions in that. That ain't for drinking.
You said that shit from the funeral home?
That's from.
Bro, that's question you need to ask on
sunflowers and dandelions.
You drinking out of weird ass cups. You be drinking out of weird ass cups that possibly have flowers in them.
It looked like I didn't know what it was. It scared the hell out of me. I said, "She drinking vase water." I said, "What the hell is that?"
Okay, I got one.
Talking about a date.
I got one last question for y'all. What is one piece of advice you guys would tell your children about dating? What's one piece of advice?
Value yourself.
Okay.
Always.
Definitely.
If you're unsure, question yourself and the motives.
Okay.
I always tell my girls to be safe. Make sure you're okay. But I also tell them just to take their time. Be careful, take their time, and just to make sure that, just like Tootie said, that she's being valued.
Yeah. Okay. I got 2 boys and a girl, so I say I want to meet them.
Oh yeah, I definitely. I gotta meet them.
I read
Yeah.
people and read energy. Like,
Yeah.
I want to meet them.
I want to meet them. Men, what would you tell your daughters or your sons?
I have daughters, so 2 things I would tell a guy. If you can't be seen with her outside in the light, don't even fool with her. You might get trapped with her as a guy. I would say that. As a girl, the safety component. If you go somewhere or you go to like a home date or you gonna hang out with him and there's multiple guys there in that apartment, it might not be best to be there. Get the hell out of there. So the safety component for me for a young lady is really, really, because if you just meet somebody, he might be cool, but his homeboys might not be. You don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in a compromised situation. But for a dude, on the flip, I'll go back to that one more time. Man, and we do it all the time as guys. We'll go trick off with a chick that we really don't want to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
but don't get jammed up with her, because if you mess with a booger bag, you have to show her to people down the road, and that's terrible.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
awful.
I agree. So what I'm gonna say is never settle. If they ain't got what will help you in life, keep it moving. And I read people well, so I want to meet everybody, anybody that my kids date. I mean, my daughter's married, so I'm proud of that. But my boys, I want to meet all the girls because I'm gonna read right through their ass, little huzzies.
Y'all women are like that.
Nick,
Y'all
Nick,
like-
would you let your son have multiple girlfriends come around your house?
Nope, I would tell all about each other.
Why?
You ain't the only one. He has another one, and he has her over here.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Why would you cause that problem?
Why would you cause that type of headache?
She's
Well, why
keeping
would he
him
bring it to the house?
accountable and honest.
You asked me the question.
Let me tell you something. That's his mule. You
Hold
ain't got
on.
nothing to do with that.
You asked me the question. My sons will never bring a woman home unless they're serious about them.
But you getting in the way of that mule, that ain't got nothing to do with you.
If my 23-year-old son brought different women to my house, we got a problem. We got to have a conversation, and you better not bring them to my house, or they all gonna know about each other. Because you
I agree with that.
You respect mom. You will not bring my, truth be told, my 23-year-old, I ain't never met a girl yet that he's dated and messed with.
Because you're gonna hate on him the minute he do.
No, what he tells
No, she's
me,
keeping him accountable.
what he tells me,
That's not accountability.
no,
Nick.
listen, he will not bring nobody home unless he's serious.
Mhm.
Don't bring him around me. Remember, my oldest son has his own spot. Don't bring no chick around me unless it's serious.
Okay, let me ask you one more question.
Uh-huh.
What if they tell you? What if he had 3 ladies and they said we all know about each other?
They all know about each other.
Yeah.
You play in the non-monogamy. Go get your freak on with all of them.
But I'm saying, but he brings them holding hands to your place, and we hanging out.
If they all know about each other and that's the lifestyle you want to live, and you have it explained that way, I'm all for it.
But why would you tip them off? That's terrible.
You know, the thing about it is,
Speak, fuck that. Don't bring no chicks to my house that you trying to play. I'm a woman, and I birthed your ass.
you know, my thing is
What does
too.
that have to do with
If you bring 3 men, my daughters brought 3 men home. You know, I can't even keep up with my own daughter's names. So I'm gonna tell the guys, look, I may get you confused with Netta over here, and Judy, you might be Garland the next week. So I'm not gonna remember y'all's name, but since you all are in the cooling pot together and you accept the relationship, so accept the fact I'm not gonna remember your names. I'm not gonna always get it right.
Tanya, respectfully, respectfully, what if these fellas had nicknames that it was easy to label and remember. Like, for example, and I'm not gonna put it on your daughter. Let's just say A Lady. If he had money, so he was the bag man. The other guy was wonderful in the sack. He's the boom boom man. And the other guy was a conversationalist. He could talk well. So you can't do that. You can't put them in that. Just remember boom boom man,
No,
bedroom bully.
no, because I'm
You
a
can't
blast
do
your
that.
whole self. No,
Oh my God.
if my son wanted a non-monogamy relationship and he had 2 or 3 women and they all knew about the whole thing, it's not my beliefs, but I'm gonna respect him because that's his belief. That's what he wants to do. They all know about
Man,
each other. I'm gonna respect it. Now, if you bring a woman on Monday, a woman on Wednesday, and a woman on Saturday, and they don't know shit about each other, and you bring them home to me, oh, they all gonna know about each other.
hey, let them respect their day of the week.
Nah,
Respect
my
the
mom,
women's day of the week.
real
If it's
rap,
Monday,
real
that's the
rap,
Monday. That could be the
real rap.
Monday
My
thing, the
mom,
Wednesday thing, and the
Hold on,
Saturday
Steve.
thing.
Hold on, Steve. Go ahead, Ro.
Square biz, my mom would have slam dunked on me. If I bought home a different joint every other day of the week, Sunday morning, bro, I'm getting smashed on. My mom's just calling all the girls. Matter of fact, my mom's is old school. She's calling their mamas. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, my mom's would have did me dirty. I'm gonna tell you how real it is. The only reason I ended up in the military, my mom found some drugs in my room. That's how I ended up in the military. My mom said, I'd rather you be in jail than sell drugs. So in reference to women, I'd rather you be single than be a dirtbag like your daddy. Facts. And I'm gonna tell you this: if my kids was to do that, I would tell them they was wrong in all different types of ways. Don't you bring a bunch of different women up in here without their mamas? What's wrong with you?
You are stupid. I'm done.
Not that he covered up like he had a house coat on.
Right. And look, and all their mamas. On that note, y'all, until Sunday, I love y'all. Y'all subscribe to Lust, Let Us Speak Truth. Vibe with the family. If you want to be a part of our panel and do sneak ups on us, not sneak ups, what are they called?
Wardrobe changes, yo. Do wardrobe changes. Everybody
Yes.
start switching it up.
Yes. And the email is lustpodcast@gmail.com. And just so everybody knows, Ro has his own brand. He has been switching hats, switching jackets, switching everything during the show. Hit him up. Ro, give him your information.
We out here with it. It's Rodiculous on Instagram, Rory Robinson on Facebook. I got a different joint popping off. It's for my city though. It's for the beach, Virginia Beach, Virginia. I love where I'm from, man. And all I wanted for real is I want everybody else to love where we from. You know what I'm saying? It's no shade to where anybody else is from, but love where you from. That's what it's all about. And I think, we doper than most. So you might as well make it look like it. You understand me?
You ain't a Bendago.
And I got a solo boots. Y'all don't know nothing about these. These are fire. We'll talk about that later.
Hold up. I got some bomb ass slippers. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's Kansas City, Kansas.
The Ugg Jones. Yeah.
Like, I appreciate
we gotta keep you out the legends.
Oh, shut up, hater.
Right, Steve.
That's my spot. Thank you, Tanya.
Right, Steve.
We ain't gonna stop here. But until next time, y'all, subscribe, join us, follow us, subscribe, all that. I'm gonna say subscribe over and over again. One love until next time, y'all.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.